Hey there, Justin from Ujoint Offroad in Colorado here again. So this video is going to serve two purposes. This is going to be a wrap-up video on our good buddy Chet's 2022 E350 Mini Winnie here. And then this is also going to be a little educational video about why this is the motorhome we recommend if you're going to buy something for the sole purpose of having us convert it to four-wheel drive. So I'd say the one email I get more than anything else is folks asking, what motorhome do you recommend to do your 4x4 conversion on? And for quite a while now, we've been saying these 2020 and newer Mini Winnies, they're also referred to as the Spirit now, I think, around the 24-25 foot mark. There's several different interior layout options. But this Mini Winnie on the 158 wheelbase chassis with no slide outs is our recommendation. And I'll talk a little bit about why. There's a little bit of a debate too on 350 versus 450, and that really depends on what you're going to be using it for. So Chet here, he doesn't have a need to do any real serious heavy towing. He may just be doing, flat towing a little vehicle behind him at times. So the 350 chassis is great for that. The 350 chassis has a little bit lower towing capacity, and then it has a little bit lower tongue weight because there's some differences in the frame. But the main differences, as far as we're concerned, are in how the rear leaf pack is built. So 450s and 350s have different rear leaf packs. The 450s are much beefier, thicker spring steel, which makes them really stiff. Even though we custom build the springs just because of the nature of what that spring steel is made out of, on these lighter rigs with a 450, they can be pretty stiff in the back. So around this size, I still like the 350 chassis if you're not having to tow a big trailer and you can keep your gear load down pretty light on your rig. It just makes it ride a lot softer in the back off-road. And then, of course, no slides. Of course, we can convert anything with slides on it. We can do any length also. And a lot of this just has to do with what's going to work best for you, what interior layout, what, features and everything works best for you. But for most folks, family of 3 or 4, this is a perfect rig. The slides make up a lot of interior room, but they also cause a lot of headaches. Especially how you're using these things out west most of the time, you're getting them pretty twisted up. The first thing to go is those slide outs. They come off track, they get out of time, it's always something. And of course there's upgrades available for them, but that's just another major cost. So as far as we're concerned, these are great. They've got the passenger side corner bed in the back, full wet bath, dinette, sleeper over the cab, of course. Just plenty of room. Pretty much the best interior layout you could ask for. Lots of storage in the back underneath the bed for all your gear. So I think these are just great. And the other nice part about them too is they come in a couple different cool color combos that aren't just, regular old boring RV white. So I hope that helps some folks that are out there shopping, maybe looking for a vehicle to convert. Of course, if you've got any questions about that, we're always free to, help with emails, and you can also DM us or just put a comment down below and we'll answer. So now let's talk a little bit about what we did to this particular one. So like I said, this is a 2022 model year chassis. So that probably makes it a 23 coach E350. It's got the 7.3 with the 6R140 trans. Started out with our standard 350 Class C four-wheel drive conversion kit. Custom spec Alcan springs, single Fox 2.0s. Got our new Stage 3 housing with 456 gears, Detroit True Track. And of course, these are our new housings. It's got the chromoly inner and outers, and all the Dynatrack outers. We got the 17x9 American Racing wheels with Falcon AT4 285/7017 in the front. Fully loaded up front end on this thing. It already had the little WeatherTech bug deflector on it. We kept that. Put in a black grille, No amber lights on this one. We did some silver housing, Vantage Optics LED projector headlights. It's got our FB004 front bumper with adaptive cruise. That's the first one of those we've done here. Chet opted for two yellow LP6 Pros up top. And then we've got our squadrons down here that we always do, but instead of the usual combo yellow beam we did a DOT amber, so he can actually run that on the road. Warren VR12S winch. Then we changed out the fair lead for a silver one that we had sitting around, and then a Factor 55 Pro Link. Front receiver, Anderson plugs wired up, OBA, that is plumbed up, and then we've got our Warren Epic shackles. Did the Bushwhacker fender flares, U-joint cab chassis side steps, and we did our rear bags with the controls flushed into the dash, four-wheel drive light there, S-Pod up in the dash running everything. So this one did have the four-wheel drive trans already in it, so we just bolted a NP1128S transfer case up to that, flanges on it. That's the other reason we like this 158 chassis also, is you can run a one-piece rear drive shaft, which is just cutting down on points of failure. So all cleaned up and painted under here. 1350 CV drive shafts front and back with a 4-inch tube in the rear because it's so long. Big Hellwig front and rear sway bars with our direct mount links. Here's a side OBA port. Then compressor is stashed right there, right behind the T-case. So our standard 17-inch rear wheels that we have custom machined with the 255/80/17 Falcon Wild Peak AT4 in the back. We've also got our E350 rear bags in the back. And then of course, the custom springs here. Didn't do anything with the rear axle on this one. 350, 450 can get a little weird sometimes. All 450s for the most part with dual rear wheels are gonna have 456 rear ratio, which we just match in the front. The 350 chassis sometimes can come with 410s, but it seems like after 2020, pretty much everything has 456s in it. So that's just a little difference between 350s and 450s as well that we have to have our customers look out for. It's not a deal killer if you find a perfect 350 rig and it has 410 gears in it. That's not a total deal killer. We can change the ratio. And then that also is an opportunity to either do a limited slip or a locker in the back as well. But most of the time we don't have to mess with them. Out back, we did a custom build rear bumper. This was a design that was specified by the customer. Wanted a storage box here with the little jerry can holder on the top, and then he wanted a place here to strap down a Yeti and then also just kind of have a flat surface that you could still get into the storage box in the back. And of course we've got the extra little step to get up to the ladder. And then we do our Blackwater storage inside with a magnetic cap. So as far as we're concerned here at the Colorado shop, this is about as good as it gets for what we use them for out here. Bodies are well built, they hold together well. You know, none of these things are without fault as far as interior issues and stuff like that goes. And we always tell our customers there's a period up front where you got to shake them down. You know, you're gonna have issues, cabinet doors are gonna fall out, screws are gonna come loose. But once you get all that stuff addressed, these are pretty solid. So, like I said, if you got any questions for me here at the Colorado shop, email me at justin@ujointoffroad.com. If you're inquiring about install in North Carolina or a DIY kit, please email chris@ujointoffroad.com. Thank you.